Hi, I am Rosie Frecker and I'm running the TCS London Marathon for Alzheimer Society. I'd always been a keen runner. I think I'd always watched my friends run marathons and always felt a little bit jealous, a little bit of that competitive twinge, because I think I had an injury when I was a lot younger and that set me back quite a bit, and I just thought it was never going to happen. And I ran my half in 2018, really enjoyed it, but it was very complicated in terms of that injury. And then finally, I've got the all clear to do it this time. So I guess we're doing it. So cut to me and a good friend of mine in Paris, and I just volunteered at the Marathon for Alzheimer Society, and we'd had a few Aperol spritz in a bar, and she was like, "You need to apply for it." And I said, "I don't know." And she said, "Why don't we apply for it together for the ballot? It's really rare to get in, and we'll just see what happens." And then I got in, so unlikely. Which definitely did annoy a couple of my friends who'd been trying for about 10 years to get in on a ballot place. But the good thing about the ballot is you can assign it to a charity. And so immediately I was like, Alzheimer Society, it was an absolute no-brainer. And I think when the universe gives you an opportunity like this, you kind of have to just take it. So here we are on this very special adventure. Grandma was first. She was diagnosed when I went off to university. And she was such an important figure to me, but a powerful figure in my family, a real matriarch. And so I think her experience weighed on us greatly through about 14 years, particularly for my mum. And then she passed away in 2020 with complications from COVID. And by then, things had already started to happen for Dad. I mean, within weeks, we knew something was going on with him. And I don't know if I could tell you when it started, because he's always been such a private person. I think he probably would have hid it very well for a long time. But certainly from that point, things changed completely within a year, for him and for everyone. And yeah, they change continuously every day. There are some things that I think will never leave him, even though his Alzheimer's can change him every day. Like, he's always very good at reading me. It's very annoying. He always knows when something's wrong. And his response would always be, you know, I'm gonna give you a lift to the station, or let me get you a donut from Percy Ingle, or even just a cup of tea or a hug. And he didn't want to talk about it, what was wrong. He was never very comfortable with those kind of conversations about, I don't know, boys or whatever. But that was his way of solving it. Those little tiny micro actions. And then a couple of weeks ago, even after all of this has happened, I'd had a difficult appointment, shall we say, and came straight home into a busy family environment. There was kids running around, canapes, lots of distant family members trying to come and say hello, and me and my sister just went into a quiet corner and she was talking me through it, and so I wouldn't be upset in front of a bunch of people. And we're chatting away, and my dad just wanders in. He's got no context, no clue what's happened. And without even saying anything, he just pulls me and my sister into this big hug. And I think both of us in that moment thought, even though so much has changed, that instinct has never gone away, that core connection that we have. And that's what I treasure. It is an immense privilege to be able to raise money for Alzheimer Society. The charity does so much for people at all stages of the illness, from patients and caregivers, giving them support, guidance, information, which is invaluable. We've used it, but also funding vital research. You know, this is a disease that is going to continue to be in our society as we become an ageing population. And it's so vitally important that we support it. Thank you so much for supporting my campaign for the London Marathon 2025, running for Alzheimer's Society. Every penny you give supports life-saving research and care for people suffering with dementia and Alzheimer's. Thank you so much. I'll see you on race day. Wish me luck.